Hello and welcome back to Richard's Random Reviews. I'm just doing a little follow-up video to see how I've got on with this. It's been exactly a month since I fetched this. I paid £80 for it and it came with 4 of these 4-litre canisters, and them on their own, they were £12 each in B&Q. They were the B&Q ones. You can get them in some places for £10 like I have with that one there. You can get those bigger ones, they're £42 for 4 of them. That's 20 litres because there's 5 litres in that one. And that is a blue paraffin in the black one. And that's just the clear yellowy sort of paraffin in the white one. So I've run it for exactly 1 month today. It's New Year's Day. I'm just in the process of taking the Christmas decorations down. Happy New Year to everybody watching. I'll talk about the machine first. 1 month of running it. It runs really well. Very few teething problems with it. Every now and again, I unscrew the bolts at the side and I take the top off and I just give the wick area a bit of a clean with a cloth. And also, now this dome in the middle, the heating element, there's these pins that go through that keep all the middle together, because the middle is in a few different sections. The pins do come loose and there's no nuts on the end to keep these pins in, and things can move about on the inside of the heating element because you do move it around a bit to adjust the heat. So sometimes things move about inside. You've got to take all this top off and just put the pins back through. That's like there's no way of keeping the pins in. There's like no bolt, no nuts to go on the end or anything. It's quite odd, but that doesn't happen that often. You can probably go for a week without having to do that. It has not set the carbon monoxide alarm off once. There's been no smell apart from a little bit of smell when you light it. I tend to light it in the conservatory and then bring it in here. There's a little bit of smell, not much when you put it out. So fumes and smell have been really good. I've still got the fan on top and this really does radiate the heat forward. Now the cost of running. For anyone buying one of these and thinking it's like a really cheap way of heating, it isn't. It came with 4 of the 4-litre canisters with it, and they were £12 each, but I got them within the £80. So that would be £48 of fuel. And I was getting through 2 of them a week. We have had some cold weather, and I have had this on for like a couple of hours in the day and then probably like 4 or 5 hours at night. So it's maybe not so bad, but if you're using it as like a main heating source, it's not going to be cheap. I got 4 of these around Christmas time, 4 of the 5 litres. I've also got through 2 of them. I've got through 5 of the white ones, 5 of the 4 litres, so that's 20 there. And I've got through another 10 litres, so I've got through 30 litres, but there's like half a tank in it, so I've probably got through 25 litres, yeah, something like that, 20 some litres. So it's not something that uses very little paraffin, and it'll run all night on like a cup full of paraffin. It won't. You are going to use paraffin, so try and get your paraffin as cheap as you can. The more you buy, and the bigger the cartons there, the more you buy, the cheaper it gets. So buy in bulk if you can afford to buy in bulk. So yeah, take away the cost of the heater. I have probably spent, I don't know, something like £50–60 in a month, but I have had it on and it's been a bit of a novelty. But I haven't had the heating on as much as I would have done, and we've had some really cold nights, and this has really helped warm this room, and the warmth has gone upstairs as well, and it really does radiate the room. So yeah, very few teething problems. Would I use it again next winter? I'm going to carry on with it for the rest of the winter. We've got the whole of January and February, and you can get some cold days in March as well. I'm going to carry on with it for the next couple of months. I'm going to try and be a bit more, try and make the paraffin a bit more cost effective, sort of try and, you can turn it down so it's not using as much, and it does last longer like that. I've noticed the gauge, when it gets to empty, it isn't empty. You've probably got about 3 hours burn. When the gauge gets to 0, you've still got about another 3 to 4 hours burn time. And I'm not sure what is wrong with the gauge there. It's not too messy to fill up. Just get the funnel right and make sure you get the paraffin canister close to the funnel and you don't spill it. And then the bit of maintenance, once a week or once a fortnight, just take it to bits and just clean the wick and check everything's how it should be, and it lights pretty quickly and it's really good. So yeah, I am pleased I bought it. It does throw out a lot more heat than that gas fire does on the one setting. Like that gas fire needs to be on setting 2 to give out this much heat, and to be on setting 2, the bottle would last about a fortnight if you had it on every evening. So yeah, I'm pleased with it. If you're thinking about buying one, I can highly recommend, but they don't run for free. You are going to have to buy plenty of paraffin, so try and get it as cheap as you can. There is no smell with them if you keep them clean and you just do a little service to keep on top of things. So yeah, I would recommend getting one. If you can get one as cheap as I did, they are like £80 for the machine on its own. So I got a bargain when it came with the 4 canisters of fuel. But they went quickly within the first sort of 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, I'd say by the 3rd week, I was buying a 5th one of those. So yeah, that's my little update. In the past month, I think, yeah, the fuel that came with it was obviously £48, £58. And then I'm halfway through one of the black ones. So I've spent 60 something pounds in a month, but it has been quite cold some evenings, and I have used this more than I would have the fire on. I've used it in a daytime when I've been at home for a few hours and it's been Christmas time, and I've had it on watching a Christmas movie in the afternoon, and usually I wouldn't even have the heating on. I would just, not have anything on like heating wise in the daytime, but I've just had it on because it's been here. So yeah, I would recommend them. They are good. Just do your maintenance and try and get the fuel as cheap as you can. Okay, that's about all for this little review. It's just a bit of an update, and bye for now. See you next time. Bye.